You're listening to CoachingCues podcast, where experts all around the world answer your most burning questions surrounding the wide topic of strength training. Every week we tackle the what, the why, and the how of one specific topic in just 15 minutes. Straight to the point, no fluff. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this week's episode.
Hello guys, thanks for inviting me to this podcast. I'm truly honored to be in this podcast. Today, I'm going to discuss the effects of Physique athletes' competition preparation. My name is Ville Isola, and I'm a Ph.D. student from the University of Jyväskylä, and my major is the science of sports coaching and fitness testing. My supervisors from my PhD studies are Juha Ahtiainen and Juha Hulmi. My interests in PhD studies is effects of the physique competition preparation, body composition, neuromuscular performance, hormone balance, and metabolic rate. I have been coach for over 10 years in different sports, but most of my clients have been physique athletes. So let's talk about the fitness contest preparation. We conduct our first study on Finnish female physique athletes in 2016 at the University of Jyväskylä. And our first paper came out in 2017, Hulmi et al. 2017. And our newest studies project is from last year, where we conduct the same kind of study, but there were also male athletes included. We are currently writing the first paper from our latest study. That's really interesting, going to be interesting paper. But let's dig in our today's topic. What is fitness or physique sports? Fitness and physique sports are judged by their physical appearance with high muscularity, body symmetry, and leanness. Modern fitness sports are evolved from bodybuilding. The popularity of fitness sports has increased in recent years, and for example, in Finland, the amount of competitors have risen every year. Nowadays in Finland, we have roughly 2,000 active physique athletes. But despite the high popularity of the fitness, there is a limited scientific research available, except a few case studies and our previous study, 2017. There's a lot of studies done with bodybuilders, but I think that it's not the same case talk about the bodybuilder or fitness sports. And the main reason is the doping. But bodybuilders, fitness and physique athletes undergo 11 to 32-week competition preparation. Preparation for the competition involves a substantial reduction in body fat while maintaining the muscle mass. During the competition preparation, caloric intake and cardiovascular exercise are increased concurrent to intense resistance training. The competition is typically followed up by a post-competition recovery period when athletes increase their energy intake and decrease their training regimen back to baseline. Previous studies have documented undesirable physiological response to contest preparation. For example, it has been reported that body weight and fat mass reduction occurs and fat mass either remains or decreases. Physical performance decrease or remains, and the change of circulating hormone levels and the change in resting metabolic rate have been previously reported in previous studies. More research is needed to assess the rate and degree and the differences between individuals in body composition, serum hormone concentrations, neuromuscular performance, and metabolic rate, and mood state that occurs during the competition preparation and the recovery period. So, what we have found so far. In our study, all the diet group participants had to prepare for the Finnish Fitness Sports Association's national championships, and there had to be registered under the National Doping Control and Testing Organization under the World Anti-Doping Agency. All the athletes in our study were IFBB amateur athletes. In 2016, we had athletes from body fitness and bikini fitness divisions. And last year, we had body, bikini, and wellness fitness divisions, and also classic bodybuilding and men's physique. We also had control groups. To qualify to the control group, participants had to be former or upcoming physique athletes who are not dieting for the show. To be included to our study, participants needed to have at least 2 years experience in resistance training. So I think the control group, they were really close to the athlete group, except they did not dieting during the study period. Our earlier study with females in 2017 showed that to achieve very low levels of body fat can be completed with minimal losses in muscle size in female fitness athletes with high levels of protein intake and resistance training. In addition, the endocrine system is altered during competition preparation, but recovered in the most of the participants following a recovery period of 20 weeks. That includes increased energy intake together with the recovery of body composition variables. And our latest study, some very interesting findings are coming with our new data. But I will discuss it more when our paper will be published. But I can say that we measured the metabolic rate, and we also measured lots of more hormones than in 2017. So it's going to be interesting. So, but what do you need to know about contest preparation? When we talk about the effects of the competition preparation and what happens during the diet in physique athletes, competition preparation primarily involves reducing energy intake with high levels of protein intake, combined with intensive resistance training concurrent with the high level of aerobic exercise. As a scientist and a coach, I see 4 main factors that happen in physique athletes during the competition preparation. First, weight loss occurs and it is mainly from the fat mass. Hormone balance is hampered. And third, there's a significant individual variances between individuals' physiological changes during the competition preparations. And it takes at least 20 to 23 weeks to recover from the adaptations from the competition preparations. So, what is my practical application for the successful physique athlete competition preparation? First, athletes may have to have high protein intake, high-intensity resistance training during the competition preparation. And aerobic exercise may not always be essential, but it could be a good way to add an energy expenditure. 2. It seems that females and males can diet in the same way. 3. A small calorie deficit may be better than a large calorie deficit. And I think that when the weight loss rate is low, roughly half kilos per week, that's going to be a good rate of weight loss. But when it comes to close to 1 kilo per week, it will affect to the performance at least. And 4th, it is important for physique athletes that body weight increases back to the baseline as quickly as possible after the weight loss period. It may help to recover from the competition preparation. And 5th, maintaining a resistance training regimen may be important, which may also help retain resting metabolic rate during the recovery period. But stay tuned for more information. Like I said earlier, we are currently writing our first article from last year's study. Thank you all for listening. If you want to know more about training and dieting, please follow me on Instagram at Ville Isola. Be safe, and I wish you all big gains.
Thank you for listening to CoachingCues podcast. If you would like your question to be answered by an expert, please head to coachingcues.org/ask. See you next week.